Now, the Bristol City rumour mill went a little bit crazy yesterday. I did my best to stay on top of it all. I'll take you through it in this video. All right then, the first bit of news we've got is that it looks like Polish club Pogoń Szczecin, I don't know, I'm never going to try and pronounce it again, looks like they're in for Fali Mayulu. Apparently a 1.5 million euro offer has been made, and it looks like there's a good chance that he would go. It's a fairly reputable Polish journalist that has mentioned it. There's a couple of other decent sort of Polish sources that have suggested it as well. Obviously, we don't know if it's going to fully happen. It's journalists talking about it yet, not been announced. But yeah, I'd say if we manage to get 1.5 million euros for Fali Mayulu, that's a pretty good going, isn't it? The thing for me with Mayulu is I know that there is a goal scorer in him. I mean, whenever you see him play, you just know he's got like a sense of where the goal is. He just doesn't, I think, have the all-round game to make it in the Championship. I also wonder, you know, I do have a bit of sympathy for Fali as well when we signed him up. I do wonder, it was a big move for him to make, coming over to Bristol, a new country, young man, doesn't know anyone here. I do wonder if much was, I don't know, this is just me speculating, how much was put in place to try and, you know, integrate him into the city, right? Yeah, I imagine it's been a tough time for him at the club, and he is also wanting a move as well. So this looks like it could be on, and I'd say if he managed to get that money for Fali, got to be pretty happy. So that's Fali going one way to that Polish club, and there could be another player coming the other way. So Sam Greenwood currently plays there, formerly Preston, Borough, Leeds striker. I'm sure he's played for other Championship clubs. Pretty versatile forward who can play across the front line. I think, to be honest, the kind of profile that we should be looking at, really. I think Struber, you know, playing his two up front system, I think this is, well, I say playing it, this is probably the system that he wants to play. I think Greenwood is a player that could fit into that quite nicely. So there's a Polish, another Polish source, but I don't know if this is a sports broadcaster in Poland or just a decent sort of footballing brand. They had the chairman of the club that seems to have made the offer, and Fali is going to, talking about Sam Greenwood. They asked him, rumours have surfaced about Bristol City's offer for Greenwood. Is there anything to it? At the well, I think that's the owner of the club actually, suggested, yes, there were proposals, 2 of them, but we want to keep him at least until the end of the season. So it looks like potentially we're in for Sam Greenwood as well. But this is the owner of the club saying they want to keep him until the end of the season. So I'm sure unless we put in a bank-breaking offer, they'll probably look to keep hold of him. But yeah, it looks like Fali one way, and we were interested in Sam Greenwood. There's quite a lot of chat going on about Davis Keillor-Dunn at Barnsley at the moment. So there's a couple of tweets here from Callum Fowler, who is, I'd say, a fellow football user. He's a much bigger channel than this one, but he seems to think that, I'm going to call him DKD, could be on his way to Bristol City. It also looks like Wrexham have put in a bid, and Preston have put in a bid as well. There's this tweet here at the bottom of the tweets from BCFC Cade, who I think was seemed to be correct about some of the news that we saw yesterday in terms of a bid going in for Viner, potential replacement, a few other things he seems to have been correct about as well. They're suggesting that the deal is moving at pace between Bristol City and Barnsley as well. So it looks like a few Championship clubs are in for him. And to be honest, looking at his goal scoring record, you can see why. A couple of seasons with Barnsley in League 2. Last season he scored 18. He's on 11 goals this season. Looks like a decent goal scorer, doesn't he? I think, again, this is a pretty decent player that Bristol City should be looking at. I'm happy to see that we're in for him. Whether we get him, though, it looks like we're in a race again with Wrexham and Preston, if you were to look at the journalistic reports. So, yeah, we'll see. But it does look like we're in the market for a versatile number 9/number 10, right? That's the kind of player we're in for. I would suggest both Greenwood and DKD can fulfill that role. The final bit of news I managed to keep tabs on was around Tomi Horvat. Now, it certainly appears that we've got a deal done, or at least a pre-contract agreement with him to join in the summer from Sturm Graz. But I think there were reports yesterday suggesting that we were trying to move that forward to this window, and that the talks have been initiated. We've obviously agreed a deal for the summer, but the club are quite relaxed apparently about when he comes. It's understood that other deals will take priority this window. That's Anthony R. Joseph that has reported that. Maybe he's got something official from the club on that one. So yeah, I got my hopes up quite a lot then when I saw that Tomi Horvat could potentially be coming to us in January. I don't know about you, but with the sale of Mehmeti, I was kind of hopeful that something like this could be done. In my mind, this is a player that might not necessarily be the Mehmeti replacement, but a player of a similar sort of ilk. And yeah, I was kind of hopeful that maybe he could come join us in January. There were certainly rumours that we were interested, but then a little bit of a pushback, bit of comms there. So I guess we'll see on that one. But yeah, I'm really excited to see this guy join the club. I just wish it was in January. All right, I think that's everything sort of major that came out yesterday that I would say is fairly reputable and is good enough to be talked about on a YouTube video. So hopefully you enjoyed it and found it useful. Please do leave me a like rating if you did. No doubt by the time this video goes out, there'll be more transfer rumours and new stuff going on. It's the start of the day at the moment before I start work as well. So if there's any more, I'll be sure to put it all together in another video to update you all. And yeah, please do let me know in the comments what you think of some of these players. DKD, Greenwood, I think would be decent additions for us. They're the kind of profile of player that I think Struber would want as a forward. A versatile number 9/number 10, you know, Bergsall, Greenwood, DKD, they're all kind of that sort of mould of player, if you like. Some of them are a bit more number 9 oriented than others and goal scoring oriented than others, I would say. But yeah, doesn't seem too bad, does it? I'm still jury's out for me on whether this has been we haven't signed anyone yet, really, after Morsi and Earthy, have we? So the jury's still out as to whether it's been a good window or not. We'll do a video at the end to summarise it all. All right, I'll stop rambling. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. And subscribe to the Robin's Nest if you haven't already.